What's going on? Raven Ritual 666 back from the dead with another build guide for Evil Dead the game. Welcome back. So, today I want to cover off my high level Necromancer build. This is a build that I have been running for about 7-8 months. It has been viable through every single patch and update, and I am dominating with this build still to this day. So, I'll take you through why I call this my Versatility Necro build, and later on, stay posted for the next video on tips, tricks of things you may not know when it comes to gameplay. So, firstly, flute to kill. As you guys know, the key power of the Necromancer is dropping the flute and hiding it really well. You're going to get 75% increased damage, 33% damage reduction as well. Skelephobia, skeletons increase the fear level of survivors near them. Motivational music, we love the doo-doo sounds. Increase the bonus damage and defense that the flautist provides to nearby evil units. So that's putting up to like 50%, upwards to nearly 90%. And then skeletal injury, which is such an important capstone once you're level 45. Skeletons increase the damage received by nearby survivors. Max stacks 5, so you get up to 25% damage when you are near a bunch of skeletons on the field, and that is why this swarm build tech is so key when it comes to Necro. But we'll talk about why it's a versatile build, of how you can do that and how not to do that later, followed up by a second video of tips, tricks, and gameplay that you may not know when it comes to Necromancer. So firstly, let's just look at the first row. We are going to go into elites. 3 points here for the 35% increase to balance bar, 3 points here for the increase to max health, 3 points into Rocksteady basic. We want the balance bar of basics, that's our main point of damage until there is a Hunter Ash on the field. 2 points into Infernal Revenue. You don't need to utilize this skill, but I like to utilize it. 3 points in to increase the balance bar length of boss units. Boss is our key to damage, that's for sure. 3 points into Health Razor Basics. We want as much units to have basic health as well as balance bar damage. And tier 1 here on Necromancer is fucking OP, man. There is so much good skills that you get out of this first tier. Next, we're going to go through, and we are going to go for Flute Force. So Flute Force increases the range of the flute by up to 55 meters, which is massive. So we're going to go 3 points into Louder Warcry, because Warcry is how we can hit a 9-string combo with our basic units using light, light, heavy, light, Warcry, light, light, heavy, light, or you can go heavy, 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 Warcry, heavy, 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 heavy. And we'll talk about when to use those mechanics in the next video. 1 point of Test of Time. Duration on the objectives is nice, 10%, we get some value out of that. 1 point into Combat Stronger. It's a skill that once you start reaching your prestige challenges, you are going to want to come back and put 2 points into this. And we'll talk about that why after. And Flute Force, we want the range, so we've got more opportunities to hide our flute. This next row are skills that I see people choose to use and choose not to use. I choose to use them. If you don't find the value in Infernal Revenue, Portal Authority Elite, or Infernal Refill, you can go across up here to get expanded skeletal support. For me, I just don't like these throwaway skills of Seismic Smash, Trident Missile, and Portal Authority Boss. I'm not getting the value out of them. So, I like the extra Infernal Energy from Orbs. It just allows me to keep a little bit more early pressure up on games. 10% reduce the energy required to place a portal of an elite. It's okay for book phase, but we don't get too much value out of that. But 2 extra points for Infernal Refill energy on objectives allows us to spawn Evil Ash a few seconds faster when it comes to the objective. Next, we are chasing Health Razor Boss because we want to make our Evil Ash tanky. So 3 points into Balance Bar for Boss. Great skill. 1 point to increase the fear that survivors read from Demon Dash, which is nice, but not overly important. 3 points into Portal Authority Basic. Some people don't use this, but my build is not a trap build, right? We are not trapping initially. We are trying to find the survivors, put pressure on, waste their shemps, and this allows us to drop a portal, engage, and fight once we've reached threat level 3. So that is very important for the versatility build that I'm running. And then obviously 3 points in Health Razor Boss. Next step, health Razor basic. Again, this is a basic build. 1 point into Energized Demon Dash, that's nice. 1 point into Bone Rage, skeletons attack more frequently. That AI is pretty shanky still anyways, but that's still nice to have. But Irreparable Damage is a point that you cannot skip on any Necro build. Once you hit a survivor with Evil Ash, there's a 4-second delay until they can drink a Shemp or heal. It doesn't quite get you past Evil Ash's animation after the 4-hit combo that you get, either 4 heavies or 4 lights or a mix of either or. But this is why I call it a versatility build. The ultimate goal of this is to get your swarm up, and your big damage is going to be on each objective. One thing I think a lot of people make a mistake with is pulling out Evil Ash on the survivors just before they get a map piece or just before they head to the objective. They're going to get in the car and run away, and you've just like wasted 150 seconds before you have uptime. The goal is to drop both basic portals, both elite portals, have your flute up and spawn Evil Ash and do that damage. Now, with Evil Ash's ability, the first thing you want to pop as soon as he is spawned is skeletal support. Summons extra skeletons to fight, because that is going to chain very nicely with skeletal injury. The more skeletons on the field, you are going to keep that 15 to 25% damage buff up more consistently. So that is the goal on each objective, to have that big swarm. However, when you are playing a team of more hunters or leaders or supports that are just going to dodge, like, they've got 3 dodges, so you go 1, 2, 3, hit. We're going to try and chain those light attacks with Evil Ash rather than the heavies like that you would be doing on the warriors or the melee characters that are on you to get that big damage. And then there is a time to use Skeletal Resurrection, but there's also a time to animation cancel, and that's where the versatility of this build comes from. It depends on the team. So wait till you see the next video. Tips, tricks, gameplay, things that you may not know when it comes to Necromancer. And the link will be posted down in the comments once it comes out in 2 days' time to see when to use it and when not to use it. But ideally, you want to pop it. Brings back more skeletons on the field, which works very nicely with Comeback Stronger to get the extra 20% damage, as well as being able to keep more damage up with skeletal injury, because this does stack with our final points that we've got here. If you're not Prestige yet, all you want is this. You want 2 points into Gates of Hell Basic, because that's enough to allow the rotations on the book phase between Elite, Basic, Elite, Basic. 3 points into Damage Elite, because we like that. We don't really use Elites, however, on the book phase, they do a bit of splash damage. They will chain to nearby survivors, so you will get a lot of damage out of that with more skeletons on the field. 3 points into Basics, as that is our main form of damage. 1 into Heavy Damage Boss. Now, if you can get the 5 extra skill points, I would go, and your P5 Necro, 2 points into Heavy Damage Boss, 2 points into Comeback Stronger to have more uptime of skeletons, so we can proc that skeletal injury damage more frequently. And I'll probably go 1 point into Widespread Skeleton Resurrection. Seismic Smash and Extra Large Trident Smash is something that I have played with using. However, it is such a readable attack. Most dodgy survivors, they can see the Tridents coming and they just dodge away really fast. So this is my high level Necro gameplay build, and I have beaten squads of P5 survivors with a Prestige 1 Necro using this build. Few mechanics, so it's not a trap build. Don't start by traps and going trap 3. We're not trying to use the elites. Even if you are max level Necro, just go 2 points in a trap 2. We want to use basics to fight survivors. The goal is going to be trap chest, get to threat level 3, find survivors, which is easy on Kandar, Castle, and on Cabin Map. However, when it comes to Caravan Map, that's when we have to change our strategy of our build. If you can find survivors quickly, I would trap dead end. Try to find what chest you can get to threat level 3. If you don't find them, if they don't give away their position, go to the objectives. Trap the objectives. If they have Ed Getley on the team, alright, you keep looking for survivors, because they're going to take away those traps, which is going to stop you from scaling later on the point. So, really, we want to find survivors, fight them early, get early downs, find a good flute drop, prepare to engage. Threat level 3, while survivors don't have much pink F, or don't have much loot, are going to go down kind of easy. So, that is the goal. Get early levels, get to threat level 10 by the first objective. If you can't find survivors, and maybe you're new to the game, just find chests, keep trapping, get as close to threat level 10 as you can. On the objective, prepare your flute. Look for 2 places. Don't rush, don't panic and drop the flute. Find a spot. Hopefully there's 2 spots. Drop a basic portal, an elite proximity portal. Wait a few seconds to get your portals back. Once your portals are back, then drop all 4 portals, 2 basic portals, 2 elite portals, get your flute up, and drop in Evil Ash, pop the skeletal support ability, pop the skeleton resurrection ability, so if your skeletons start going down, and try, if they're fighting you, stick heavies, 4 heavies, 1, 2, 3, 4. If they're dodging you, keep to 4 lights. They will go down pretty quick. But don't waste Evil Ash out in the wild. Use him on the objectives and on the book phase. When it comes to Dark Ones, I don't do all uptime on Dark Ones. On the Dark Ones, all I do is drop 1 basic portal and just keep fighting with my basic portal. I make sure I have found where I'm going to drop my flute. High level MMR players, right, they will be 55 meters away, or a hunter will be there, listening for your growl to know that you're about to drop a flute. Bait them until the Dark Ones are done, scoot around the opposite side of the book phase, drop a flute there, then you go basic portal, elite portal, Evil Ash, and just 4 heavies on the book. Skeletal Resurrection, pop the X, pop the Y, both abilities, and then just start going heavies on the book. And that's how you're opening up book phase. Then it's elite with just heavies, basics with just heavies, and rotate those 2 portals on the book. And it's easy done. Necro has so much power on the book. This build will destroy the book in like 40 seconds if they don't find that flute. So that is Raven Ritual 666 back with some more build videos. And this is my high level Necromancer Versatility Necro build. Thank you so much, and see you in the next video to see some tips and tricks when it comes to gameplay.